right now. Right, and we'll just maybe really quickly introduce ourselves in one breath so that everybody knows who we are and what we've done or do with the rec. My name is Tanya. I'm the director of the Rec Innovation Lab. I know pretty much everyone in here, and I'm really excited about the changes and the new cohort of student founders that we have going through the program, and I appreciate all of your help. So next on my list, I see down the line, we have Angela.
Hi everyone. I know almost all of you, and it's great to see you guys. I'm the mentor coordinator here at the Rec Innovation Lab. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Angela. And Crystal?
Hi, I'm, oops, sorry about that. Oh, I don't know what happened to my camera. It went black. My name is Crystal Burns. I am the project assistant here at the Rec Innovation Lab. So I help build all the curriculum, and we're also working on our digital badging system. So I'm also helping with that and just general support to any of the startups if they have questions.
Thank you, Crystal. Yeah, you went black there for a while. I don't know why. But thanks for introducing. Maisha, I have you next on my screen.
Hi, everyone. My name is Maisha Cobb, and I am excited to be a mentor. I currently work in a SaaS digital ed tech company. I'm starting my own company focused on cognitive diversity. Recently finished my MBA at Rady, and I'm an angel investor. So I'm excited to be here and meet all of you.
Thank you, Maisha, and congratulations. That's great news. Jonah, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure, why not? Hey, everybody. Great to be here. I know a bunch of you already. I can't wait to meet the rest of you. Doing some work now with Startup San Diego, some other work with other investor groups here, and have had a kind of a background of operations with Lime, probably let some scooters in your yard, and Postmates and Handy before that. So built some marketplaces and saw some pretty awesome companies come through the rec, hoping I can help them in their early stages.
All right. Rose, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Rose Bolus. I'm an attorney here in San Diego. I focus on startup law, if you will, securities, commodities, and financial services. Been practicing for about 20 years. I mentor here at the Rec already. I'm happy to be back. I'm also an angel investor, founder of Angels in the Law, lawyers who invest in legal tech and legal founders. So if you know any great legal tech companies, please send them my way, or lawyer founders. And I'm just happy to be here to help all the new cohort, and anybody else who ever has any questions, feel free to come knocking on my door.
Thank you, Rose. Thanks. And next on my list, I have Charlie.
Hey, first off, thanks for letting us know, Tanya. That's just awesome to hear that your niece was found. I'm Charlie. I work at a local software company called Classy. We provide fundraising software for nonprofits. I'm about 2 years into a sales career there. So I'm looking to just get involved with founders, just learn more about startup scene, and just give back where I can. Give feedback, advice on sales, business to business sales, customer relations, things like that. Trying to just fit in where I can.
Thank you, Charlie. Terrell, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Terrell. I'm a workforce development consultant at Sage Business and Education. Also do a lot of different HR work around diversity, equity, inclusion around the county. Also doing stuff with Village Up, their media chair, and I do whatever Tanya tells me to do. And happy just to be here, just to see what I can do to support.
I love that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, let's all be like Terrell, right? No, thanks. All right. On my list next, I see. I don't know, Lena, are you back? I knew she had to run because her daughter was.
I'm here. She's still a toddler, but I'm here. So yeah, I will have to. You see me dip out of the meet. It's not because I don't enjoy being here, but it's been a long day for her. But I am Lena, and I have been focused on digital badging here with the Rec, and I'll talk a little bit about that probably towards the beginning. And yeah, I just also want to say it's so good to see you all again. Thank you for all you do. I know we hopefully say it a lot, but even when you all aren't here, we're just so thankful for all you give to the Rec and give to our team, and just all the time that you take for us and what we do here. So thank you all.
Thank you, Lena. Yeah, I was so grateful that we had a big group, because when we were looking for my niece this last few days, her post was shared over 2,000 times. And honestly, the police said that was why we found her so quickly. And I'm grateful. I know that's not really in the job description of what you normally do, but this time around it worked. Swati, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. My name is Swati Singh. I am a mentor at the REC for, I guess, food and CPG startups. My background is in the food industry, and I sold a food company in 2018 to teach full time. I'm happy to say this is my first term actually teaching at the REC, in addition to my other teaching assignments. Tanya was kind enough to roll me in. So I teach BUSC 129 Intro to Entrepreneurship here at Miramar College. And it's so exciting to not only mentor with the REC, but work on the team with Tanya, Angela, and everyone else. So
welcome. We're so grateful that you're here teaching. I love this. I love this. I had a pool of very qualified, amazing people to choose from. And yeah, it was great. I'm glad you're on board. So Jennifer, I think that you're, Jennifer.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Jennifer Barnes. I am the CEO of Optima Office. This is my second company, and we've got about a little over 70 employees. We do everything from the fractional CFO and COO to the bookkeeping and controller and HR and all that fun stuff. So in terms of business knowledge, I have a little bit of kind of a scope here on everything from HR to accounting to operations. I'm in Tech Coast Angels, so I do a little bit of angel investing. And then I do some mentorship with the Lavin program at SDSU. I did my MBA there, so I like to support them. And then I've been a part of REC, doing some speaker stuff for you. And
you've been a speaker for my classes, even for it's been probably over 10 years. I remember when you were, your old company, when you were speaking with us. And so I think you're the longest speaker that we have. In the entire program. So that's cool.
Happy to do more, whatever. Let me know how I can help. Anyway, I'm here to help. So
awesome. I'm glad. I didn't realize even that you were in TCA, and we have a TCA event coming up in it's going on right now, a pitch competition with them. And so that's nice to know. We'll talk about that just in a little bit here, but we actually have a lot of pitch opportunities this summer for our students. And that's where I'm going to be leaning on you guys very heavily to help them get ready for their pitches and really just come across the way that we know that they can and shine. And so that's a big part of what we're going to be focusing on moving forward, and a little bit more heavily on customer discovery as well. But don't worry, you don't have to teach anything. All the resources there. It's our job to teach. It's just your job to support, and we appreciate that. So I still have two more people to introduce themselves. Steve Sivitz, and then Vivek just came in now. So Steve, would you like to start? Oh, you're muted. You're muted, by the way.
I'm Steve Sivitz. I'm excited to be here. My professional history has been in high tech for 35 or 40 years, everything from 2 startups that I was founder of, working all the way up to Motorola and Siemens in business development, sales, product management, et cetera, and everything in between. I've spent some time with quite a few of the REC ideas and the REC people, and I love the organization. I love the people. And Terrell, I'm very much like you. I do whatever Tanya or Angela or Stephen, or Enzo, ask me to do, because I love supporting the organization because of the energy and the capabilities of the people associated with it. So.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that, and all the support that you've given, and the teams are doing really well, right? The founders are doing just amazing. They just get better and better every semester, and it's, I know, all because of you guys. Last but not least, Vivek, would you like to say hello?
Hello, everybody, and I'm so sorry. I'm just coming a little late into the call because of my other commitments today. So I run 21 IQ Labs, and I have been working with Tanya for almost a year now. Tanya, right? More than a year.
More than a year.
Yeah, and I run my consultancy and strategic marketing planning processes with different global companies in the areas of 5G and robotics. And now I'm actually focusing quite a bit of next generation cars and automotive stuff. So I've been quite pretty busy, but I'm always there with the REC organization, and some of our startups, which we run as a high school program, are also part of this this cohort this summer as well.
Yeah, we did our thank you. Yeah, our first pilot with the students at the high school was last summer, and I just cannot believe how much those students have accomplished. They're just once again, they amaze me. So I think what I'll do now is I'm going to go ahead and start sharing the bulk of the information that we need to cover. Some people will be coming in and out. I'll share the link to this recording. So if you need to step away for any reason, we understand. You'll still have access to this. And if you need anything, if I'm skipping over something or whatever, just interrupt me and tell me. I feel like I'm amazed that I'm keeping it together. This week has been so crazy. So yeah, bear with me. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys and ladies and all, some of the information that we are going to cover. I'm not going to get too much into the weeds with background on the REC. Most of you know the background of the REC. When I share this link to this PowerPoint, you can actually access this later if you'd like. In fact, Angela, would you mind giving in the chat a link to this PowerPoint so they can?
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. But I do want to just quickly say that we are helping the students to build those gazelle type companies, the high growth companies. And if they do come in with an idea that maybe more of a small business idea, it doesn't mean we're necessarily going to just kick them to the curb, but we are going to help them to take that idea and turn it into a much more scalable idea. And I'm relying on all of you to make sure that we impart that to the students. I think that most of them get that, but some of them do have, maybe not quite a fully developed idea when they come to us. So we do help them. When we are working with the student founders on their startups, we spread the development into one of three categories. Either it's operations, it's their digital marketing, or it's the product or services, right? They're offering what they're actually selling. And it's once again, it's not going to be up to you to teach the theoretical understanding or the foundational knowledge, but it is important that you know what it is that we're teaching, and so that way, when you get people who say things like, oh, I want to be spending all of my time just working on my app development. Well, that's great, but that's maybe like eating dessert, right? You have to eat your whole meal. You can't just have the dessert. And so we really have to push them to be doing their digital marketing every week, and to be building up the operations for their business, and that they have all of their manuals and their their processes and policies in place. And this is usually the one that I have the hardest time with getting them to do their work on. But yeah, you don't need to know everything about all of these. This is that's my job, right? You just need to know that they should be doing it, right? And it's also, I think, important for all of you to understand what level we expect the students to be at, because we have hundreds and hundreds of applicants to the program. We let in as many as we can when they're ready for our resources and ready to, and we think they'll do well in the program. But it is a they have to do the application, and we have to let them in. And we try to we get them to where they they have an idea that we think can scale, and whatever we need to do to get it there, we do that beforehand. But I share this with the students, and I wanted to show it to all of you too, because this is usually an aha moment for the student founders. When I ask them to come up with a evaluation for their business without doing any research, just tell me what they think their company is worth. And I'll ask this to all of you. If you were to ask the students that you work with, what is your company worth? Opla, my video went away. What is your company worth? Most of them are going to say something like maybe 50,000 or 300,000, or they just don't get it right, right? They don't get it right. And I mean, would you guys, do you think that's true for most of you when you're working with people and asking them, if you were to ask them what their company's worth? I don't know.
If I may, Tanya.
Please, please. Mhm.
Yeah, so this is a really interesting question because I work with a lot of pre-seed early stage companies that are, it's actually is a broad spectrum because some product-based companies that I worked with, they may be in the MVP stage, but if they're in a unique niche market and they may be valuing themselves lower than most people would, depending on, it really all it depends. So what I would do, and I always tell my clients and people that I mentor, is go out to the world, the market, and see what others are doing, read about their stories and how they've fundraised and like at what points did they go to market and how did they value themselves.
You're telling them to validate their assumptions, right? Right.
That's exactly right.
Right.
So, yeah. So make sure you know your market really well. Make sure you know who's there, and then follow like stories of others who have been successful, and then use them as a benchmark. Obviously things change, but because sometimes founders just overvalue themselves, or they undervalue, and when they go to finally incorporate and they need to pick a par value or how many shares authorized and issued and all this stuff, I mean, it really does factor in on where they see themselves 5-10 years out, their game plan. So
yeah. No, thank you. I appreciate that. So I love that you said that. We really have to push them all the time to validate their assumptions, to rely on actual evidence and not just on what they think or what they feel or what they heard. And so this slide here, when I show this to the student founders, I tell them this is based on actual evidence of 5,000 startups, and all of the startups that were part of this particular survey went through an incubator. So they were in an incubator, very similar to the REC, right? An incubator that helps them with resources. And on average, their company, if they're in that pre-seed stage and they don't have an MVP yet, they just are working on their customer discovery, on their idea development, their typical valuation is anywhere from $1 to $3 million. And that's on 5,000 companies, right, that we use. When they get to the seed stage, and they actually do have an MVP and they have something that they can test in that market, then the valuation goes up from 3 to 10 million. And most of our startups are in this area right here, right? Because once they start getting into the higher stages of growth, the REC isn't really right for them. That's when we need to pass them on to some of the other startups in the area. And we do that a lot, right? We do that a lot. We consider that a very successful exit at the REC, is going on to another program that can help support them in the growth stage, right? So if your students are struggling or maybe not putting in 100%, you think that they are just a little lost, this sometimes helps them. I found just sharing with them what their company is worth, and that'll light a fire for a lot of them who didn't quite realize. And we have a lot of startups coming back this time around, and then we have a lot of new startups this semester, and we expect most of those startups, by the way, to be here. Actually, I'm going to show this, to be with the program for a while. We don't, we don't. It's not a 1 semester, 2 semester thing. On average, 4 semesters is what we would expect the startups to be sticking around with the REC, but we won't kick them out at 4. They can stay longer if need be, or shorter if need be. But we do have it does seem to be about right in our estimation. We seem to be pretty close that most of them will be here for about 4 semesters or about 2 years. And a lot of new teams now. I'm going to share the link to this. This is a list of all of the teams right now going through the REC program. So I'm going to share this link with you. Now, I'm giving you a link that you can edit. So if you're not familiar with a Google Drive, please understand that any change you make to this gets changed for everyone. So don't change anything unless you want to change it for the entire everybody, including the students and everything else. So I'm putting that link in the chat. So if you're wondering who you might want to be working with, or want to know more about any of the companies, please just come in here. You can then look at the teams. You can look at their the recordings that they've made of their pitches right now. And then this is also a really good place for us to get started helping them to pitch better. Right? Okay, so Lena, do you want to go ahead and now talk about digital badging, and then we can come back to this?
Sure. Thank you so much. And sorry that I don't have my camera on. Like I said, it's me and my little one here, but I just wanted to quickly introduce digital badging. Just a quick summary for those who haven't heard of digital badging. It's kind of similar to like a certificate that you might get for completing a training course. It just
signifies the slide, or is there a slide I should be sharing, or I mean, or somewhere that
I don't have one. I'm sorry.
Not a slide, or you know, I know what else.
I haven't actually.
Never mind.
But yeah, I have it on my personal LinkedIn. And next time, when we actually have the ones that we're gonna give out to you all, I'm still in the process of designing. I'll definitely share that. But as far as like digital,
no worries, no worries.
Oh, just that, yeah, it's kind of a way that you can show like this is, you know, a skill that you have and that has been validated. And so we just wanted to thank you all for all you've given for the rec, and just say like you all in our minds have shown and proven that you have the skill of mentorship and have done excellent job in that. And so we'll actually be giving those on our end. What we need from you is just to be able to use the Rec Connect platform as you're scheduling appointments, because that's how we're going to go through and just look at hours. It'll be based off of that, as well as just generally speaking to the skill of mentorship. But what we're going to be doing is on our end is just looking at hours, and then I think everyone in this room probably has exceeded the number of hours needed for a digital badge, but that's just how we're going to be looking at it. And then you will be able to get an email from us. Again, this is probably gonna be the next few weeks. And so when we send out that email, we'll let you know so that you can look out for it, and we'll talk more about how to like add it to your LinkedIn and everything. But I just wanted to let you know that it is up and coming. Any questions on digital badging in general, or the Rec Mentorship digital badge?
So before that, I just wanted to make sure when you were saying that they need to be scheduling their appointments through the Rec Connect, you're talking about using the book a meeting feature, sort of?
Correct. On yes.
Okay.
And I know so yeah, I know there's a variety of people have been here. Some of you have been here with us for over a year. Some have been oh, Cookie. Hi. Oh,
I'm going to use her as a I hope you don't mind.
But yeah, so sorry, she's really getting upset. But yeah, I know some of you have been here with us for like over a year. And so if some of your appointments weren't reflected on Rec Connect because we didn't have it yet, thank you, Swati, that we know who's a lot of you or all of you. And so we'll figure it out on our end, but we just wanted to encourage you to use that because that's how we're going to be counting hours.
Thank you. Thanks. I'll let you can go if you'd like, unless, did anybody have any questions before Lena takes off here? Thank you, Lena. So
thank you all. Thank you for understanding.
Of course. So this is what she was talking about for the Rec Connect platform. We'll get you all signed up, set up on this if you aren't yet. It's the book a meeting feature down here. That's how we're tracking our hours using the Harness platform, the Rec Connect platform. And that way, anybody that meets during this, we get those hours captured. It helps us with our grants and our all of our reporting, and then it helps to give you those digital badges, and they're so cool. I can't wait to show more about them, but we have time for that coming up. So yeah, how's that? So no other questions on that, those digital badges? Or okay, actually I shouldn't have stopped sharing my screen, because moving forward, I'm sorry to use without asking there, Rose, but I did want to show, I know she would know that she had it up right. So quickly touch on some of those resources. So there are a lot of resources available to our student founders, a lot. And there's more all the time. it's jumping around here. More all the time available to them. And as we're getting to be on campus, they'll have more access to them, to the resources. I have gotten so many of those, like the headsets and the 3D printers and the digital or the vinyl cutter machine. All of the things are now coming in. And as soon as we can get onto campus, then, and I'll show you here what it's going to look like. We're building our lab on campus. Then our students will be able to use them a lot more. For now, we can still do some checkout for a lot of equipment. And it's not just for students, it's also for you. So if you need anything, let me know. You can check it out and take it home with you. And if we don't have it, I can put it in the queue of things that we might want to buy as I can find more money, to buy it. All right. So other thing here, I wanted to go over like what we're asking of you when we're asking you to be a mentor. So we're asking you to support the students. We don't need you to come to the class meetings, but if you want to, you can. They're on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they're different times of the day depending on where your student that you're mentoring fits or falls into. What, are they returning? Are they new? But this is a big thing that we're asking of all of you now is to please come to the lab hours. Not every week, but we do want you to come to at least. Angela, what did we say we would need it to be in order to make it work out?
At least 1 hour each month would be great.
1 hour a month. Basically, we're looking for 1 hour a month for you to come in on Wednesdays and answer questions to student founders. Yeah, Angela, do you want to talk maybe a little bit more about that? Do you feel like you could do that better than I? Right now?
Sure. Wednesdays are our virtual lab space. So it's like our virtual office, and each of the student founders has their own breakout room to be able to meet with their teams, with other student associates, and with their mentors. And I just want to do a shout out to Rose and Steve and Charlie. And if I missed anyone, I'm sorry, but you guys are amazing. You guys come all the time to the rec lab hours, and it's great because when they come into the main room, we say hi, and then they go into all the breakout rooms and just introduce themselves, say hi to the student founders, and they are so amazing to be able to just answer questions right then and there, and we really appreciate it. And I think it's a great opportunity for networking and to see our program. And I don't know, Steve, Rose, did you want to say anything? Charlie?
No, I agree. I find it very interesting because it's very spontaneous in most cases, about the subjects you might end up talking about. And it really gives you an opportunity to appreciate the thinking process of the founders and the people on the team. And also, what are they dealing with? And equally as important, what are they not dealing with that a mentor can help them, highlight or, start paying attention to. So I think the Wednesday labs are very exciting.
Thank you.
I just want to add something really quick, Tanya. I think it's really a great place to learn more about the founders, their backgrounds, not just about their startup, but who they are and how they think. And then, they pose questions that some of, the mentors may not have the answers to at that time. Mm-hmm. And so it's really great to be able to take those questions away and gather the resources the mentors may have, whether it's through connections, resources, and then bring back to that founder and then to the rec and share that information, which is, I like to consider myself a connector. So I'm always looking to connect the rec founders with other people in my networks that can help them either now or in the future. Mm-hmm. So that's another thing, is really understanding their asks, or maybe understanding the underlying reasons for their asks, and then get to the heart of what it is they really need. So just wanted to add that.
Thank you. Yes, I think that if you come to these Wednesday hours, you'll start to figure it out, and you'll start to get the the heartbeat of the rec and of the startups coming out of it. And it's you never know exactly what it's going to be until you're actually in there and doing it and working with the people. But my goodness, it's been really effective. I mean, we've had a lot of students do big things and make big leaps forward and get to launching and raising money, and all because of the help that they're getting in these kind of things. So 1 hour a month coming in there. What chances are you'll be working with them on is one of three things. So I'm going to go to the class now.
Tanya,
yeah,
real quick, on the lab hours, I was getting some invites. It said 2 to 5, basically. Is it pop in anytime for an hour? Are there going to be new times or?
Yeah. So you can pick any time it's actually between 3 and 7 p.m. every Wednesday. And you can pick and choose. You could come in, at the very end, at the beginning, whenever you've got some time, however you want to do it, Jennifer. Like, it's totally up to you. And we've found that we haven't had really a time where we're in there and we don't have support that we need, right? Or we aren't able to get people to help. So it just seems to work out. Besides meeting with you guys every Wednesday, the other thing that they do on Wednesdays is they actually get help from all of the interns that we have working for them. So this semester we had something like 45, I think, students who are student workers. Some of them are paid, some of them are getting credit as unpaid interns, and they are doing projects for our startup founders. And so on Wednesdays, you might find that they'll be in there, asking for your help with that project, or working with their. It's like having a staff without actually having to hire them yourselves, or do all the paperwork. So they may ask this, but yeah, anytime Jennifer is fine. So, but you said that it was coming in at 3 to 5, or?
I had one that it said a recurring meeting every Wednesday from 2 to 4:45 is
That's old. Yeah, that shouldn't be coming. Is that still coming to you?
No. But
Okay,
I was just looked at my deleted items just because it wasn't on my calendar anymore. So I was like, I wondered why.
Okay, yeah, that was it last semester. We changed the hours and added to them. So all of you should be getting invitations from Wednesdays from 3 to 7. If you're not, we'll get it set up right away. And Angela, could you make sure that for sure Jennifer Barnes is in there?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
I like to see that Jonah's on there too. Yeah.
If any of you want to put the email address you'd like it to come to in the chat, she can drop you in right now and fix it. So
yeah, send it to me. I think that me coming after 5:30 is probably 5:30 to 7 is probably my jam. A couple times a month. So happy to do it. And then awesome. We just pop in and say hi, and
once you're there, you'll figure it out, because we'll put you either we can put you with somebody who's like hoping to be talking to a mentor with your skill set, or you can just jump around and look at the different go into the other rooms and just see what people are working on. And we have these breakout rooms that are, it's almost like we have an office. It's a virtual office, right? And there's all of these different startups in this virtual office working on their own things, and so you can just kind of peek in and say things.
And when does it start?
It's every Wednesday, 3 to 7. Every Wednesday.
Oh, it's not no summer break.
No, we're going right now. We're going right now.
Sounds good. Okay.
And yeah, this is when I was trying to click on with the Padlet. This is how they connect with those the student workers on Wednesdays as well. So we have a lot going on during those lab hours, but it's a good place to do a lot, right? In our virtual world, in our virtual office. When you're setting up your calendar and you're setting up times to meet with the students, this might, I really think it's a good idea to use that Wednesday time to actually even have those dedicated meetings with the students, because you'll know I'll be there, Angela will be there, Enzo will be there, Stephen, Lena, everybody will be there to help if you get into a pickle. And so it's a good time to meet with people, right? Yeah, so this is just that project.
Tanya, this is Swati. Can I just say something real quick?
Yeah, please.
So I just want to let mentors know. So again, my name's Swati. I teach the Intro to Entrepreneurship class. So my students are working on the little projects that the student founders are posting on that Padlet. So as you're advising student founders on creating those little assignments for students. Just emphasize that the students, I think the scope of some of the projects on the Padlet right now are very large.
Too big. Yeah, I saw some of those. Yeah.
Like they're kind of, the scope is like an internship, but the project itself is supposed to be like a 1 to 2 hour assignment, where my students work with the student founders on a tight deliverable, and then have an opportunity to learn, something very specific and granular, and then give feedback to the student founders. So as you work with companies like the student founders and their startups, just advise them, or maybe even help them. I think young people have a much more broad view of time than we do. So advise them to create projects that are very tight and very specific, that could be completed
in an hour.
In 1 hour, ideally, maybe 2. I think my students, a lot of them have already spent a couple hours and they don't mind. But yeah, some of the projects on here, I was like, ooh, that's a job.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind as you work with the student founders, help them tighten it up a little bit.
Thank you for saying that. Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. I actually got on there and was going through some of them, and I was thinking like, wait a second, did you read the assignment? These are just huge that you're asking. So yeah.
Actually, Lena and the team met with the student founders last night, and we spoke to them about narrowing it and making it shorter assignments.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, cool. All right, so moving on.
Well, just for clarification on the student assignment, is it correct that the founders are the ones that actually make the assignment to the student interns?
Yes, that's exactly right.
The mentor working with the founder might suggest a couple of areas that need focus, attention,
exactly,
development, etc. But the assignment activity, the definition, etc., comes from the founder to the student, correct?
Exactly. You've got it. Yeah, that's
okay.
Perfect explanation of it. Yep. And so that's a good point too. If you notice that the students that you're working with really need to get working on X, Y, or Z, use this. This is a great system to make it happen. So encourage them to use it. So yeah. Awesome. Okay. The other thing, let's go to the actual course, and I want to show you all the course. So we built this module, or sorry, not module, this Canvas course shell, and we did it just now for the mentors so that you can have access to some of the resources that you'll need to give advice to the students. And let me go in here and actually we'll make it live and we'll share it with you, but it's just 3 main areas that you'll be working with the students. Usually you'll be helping them with their pitches, helping them with their customer discovery, and then we'll have a third component, sort of a catch-all component down here, but mostly it's the pitches and the customer discovery that they're needing help with right now. The pitches, we have 3 pitch events where they can win money with coming up within the next few weeks. And so this is where I'm anticipating a lot of them will be like begging for help with their pitches right now. And so what we've done here is we put in the Canvas shell the assignment that we give to them so that you can see, and then also the all the rubrics, all of the slides, the videos, everything there, so that you can kind of see exactly what they have. Is there also is the rubric right here somewhere? Where's that rubric? I'll find this here. Maybe it's on the next slide. But
it's also in the recap form.
Oh, okay.
The judging rubric is at the bottom in this module.
Okay, perfect. So all of the things are here. Yeah, everything that they could potentially need are here. Right? Oh, I think I just went past it. I was going to show the rubric really quickly because that's a good way to help them to prepare. Well, you can find it when you need it. It's too slow there. So, maybe at this point, either Crystal, did you want to kind of take over and help them get set up for this?
Yeah. Give me just a second. Let me get the link.
Okay. And I'll see if I can get that in there. Yeah. Oh, here it is, the rubric. and again, you guys don't have to teach everything. You just have to help them. I'm sure you know what you know, just from experience in life, you know, what it should look like, and what's wrong on some of their pitches, but you might not know like the exact criteria. Oh, well, Crystal's getting ready. Angela, will you tell them about those 3 events?
Absolutely. So one of them is a pitch competition with Innovations City, which Maisha connected us with them. Thank you. And it's really cool. It's going to be coming up on July 17th. All of the student founders had to do a video of a 90-second pitch, no slides. And so the first round is the 90-second pitch, and then they select 10 people from that round to go to the next one, which is the actual pitch competition on the 17th. And at that one, there's the opportunity to win like $15,000 in the prize, as a prize. So that one's really fun, and we're super excited. And the student founders have been pitching and practicing, and it's been great. Then we have a second one that's going to be with TCA, and Misha and Ray were instrumental in setting that up. So TCA, where our student founders did a 90-second pitch video. And from there, and those are the ones that are on the recap form. And so those pitches are being evaluated, selected. And from there, is it 4 teams, I believe, are going to be selected to pitch to
That's correct.
the actual TCA meeting. Yeah.
That's
I know,
correct.
I
On
should
the
have Maisha
28th.
just talk about it.
Yeah.
No. She's doing a great job. But yes, it's 4.
Yeah, so we're so excited. And our students, I mean, we met with them last Friday, we met with them Monday, and we met with them last night. And honestly, from Friday to last night was incredible. Like the transformation. I mean, it's one of my favorite parts of being at the REC actually, is being able to watch these students come in with an idea and just formulate it and pivot and just mold it into this amazing, you know, piece of art, so to speak, you know, their company. And so that's the second opportunity. And the prize for the TCA one is mentorship, which is invaluable. And
so all of these details are also there in that shell for you too, because I know it's a lot to kind of cover and try to remember everything, but
yeah,
this what you see here, it's in there with everything. Yeah. So
awesome. Perfect.
Sorry, Angela, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No worries. And then the third opportunity is going to be the end of July, first part of August. And that's with Boost Logic Labs. And if you guys were at Convergence through Startup San Diego, they were one of the judges. And at the pitch competition, I believe, and they also, Jonathan, I think, did a session. So that was really awesome to be able to, you know, they came to us and asked, hey, how can we get involved with the REC? And they offered to do this pitch competition. We're calling it Boost Your Pitch. So it should be great. And there might be I think there's gonna be a cash prize. We're finalizing the details. So it's great to have these opportunities for our student founders. And at Convergence, we had 8 teams pitch, I think, and you know, it was really cool. I think 3 of them were able to get to round 2, and it was just really great to see them grow and to see how they compare with, you know, people from other incubators. So
thanks, Angela. Now Crystal is going to get everybody signed up who needs to be in that class, so you guys can access all of it. And if you want to share anything, Crystal, or do you want to?
I can share it. So I actually put the link to the Canvas shell in the chat. And what you want to make sure is that if any of you are with SDCCD, make sure that you're not using your SDCCD email to create an account with Canvas. You want to use a separate one, or else it won't work. So if you don't have an account with Canvas, it'll probably ask you to sign up when you click on the link. So if you click on that and then you just click on the right-hand side, it'll say like accept course or sign up for the course. You can click on that, and then it should take you in. If you're already a member of Canvas, it should take you into the course. And then let me know if anybody is not able to get in that way. I can always add you a different way.
And do you want me to would you mind go ahead and just sharing what it looks like when they get there?
Yeah, give me just.
Anybody's as visual as I am. I can't picture when people talk without showing me something. I don't know how people do that. Never been a auditory learner.
Give me just a second. My computer is running a little slow today. And then, so once you get to your dashboard will look like this. It'll have the 3 modules. So we have the pitches, the customer discovery, and the required paperwork. Don't worry about like the dates and the points. That is just for the students. We just copied the assignments over so that you can look at them and see, you know, like what they're working on. And then there's also like the judging rubric is here that Tanya had showed you. Sorry. I didn't know if there was anything else, Tanya, that you wanted them to look at.
Let's get the people, we'll make sure that they actually are in there. But then if you actually on the customer discovery, maybe just show a couple things there, the step-by-step.
Yeah. So a lot of like the G1 students, the beginning students, they might not be quite there yet with their ideas. So we have something called the bug report, which is to help them. Let me open it so you can kind of see.
And you don't have to go through each of the.
Okay, I wasn't sure exactly what you wanted.
Yeah, no, I mean, just show them where that is, and do you have just bring up the page where it shows the step-by-step of the customer discovery. So depending on where your students are in the customer discovery process, all of the resources that you need will be available in there. So I think it's somewhere in there, maybe.
Here, let me go back. I have like in the sorry, my computer's really slow right now.
Okay. You guys can play around with this too and find it. I just wanted to show them it's there. You know, it's all there. So, all right. Anybody having any issues while she's pulling that up, getting into that class, Shell? Was everybody able to get into there? I hope.
Quick question. If you're using the app, it asks for how do you find your school or what school you're associated with. What school did you put, just out of curiosity?
Anyone? I don't know. I'm not sure. Crystal?
I'm not sure because I had like a while ago I had signed up for like the teacher Canvas app.
It might say Rec Innovation Lab. I don't know. Anybody else get through it?
Mine just like auto set me up for Innovation Lab Mentor Resources. I don't know if that's the right one, but that's where I auto went into. I'm seeing this stuff too.
That's how mine was.
Yeah,
I did it was auto.
Yeah, it automatically does it for the website, but I downloaded the app just because I thought it might be useful on iOS. And then when you go to the iOS for the app, it asks for what school are you a part
of. It's not the Miramar one. I think if there's an option to choose the Rec Innovation Lab, that's the one. Because Miramar has one, and we're not using the paid version. We're using this version that I got them to set up for me so that I could, you know, without having to get you through the entire Miramar process, have you have access. I don't know. Do they have that option, Terrell? Can you pick the Rec in there?
I'm gonna try it now. I'll let you know in a second.
Yeah, let me know what you find. Yeah. And okay, sorry, Crystal. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, so this is just the process. They would start with the bug report, their idea napkin, and then they would create their one-line elevator pitch, work on their maps and their customer discovery, and then that's when they start doing the.
It doesn't have the link to the script in the survey.
Oh, because I just finished making them yesterday,
okay.
So I haven't put it in there yet.
Oh, okay.
They should do that, yeah.
No. I was going to say, they don't have to do all of this, you guys. Please don't think that you have to, don't ever give your students assignments or busy work or, you know what I mean? You don't have to do that. But if they, if they need it, it's there, right? If they need it, there. We don't want, I'm going back and doing things they don't need, but I don't know if that makes sense or if I'm just,
Right, yeah, because they're all in different places. So
yeah, can you actually get them though too? That because where most of them are going to be is actually past all of this. It's actually at number 6 and 7. So do you have in there?
Well, this is the interview script right here. We're actually on that.
I want to click on that
assignment. So this is this is the instructions.
So this is where most of your students are going to be actually at this creating their script for the their interviews and their surveys, and they have such a hard time with this. That's why I want to make sure that you guys all get it. They need to create their problem interviews a certain way, right? They can't go out there and just say, hey, I'm making this product. What do you think? And honestly, so many of them think that that's how it's done. So there's very, very specific instructions of how they should be doing this. And so please take a look at this, and if they ask questions about this, you can always just redirect them back to us and say, hey, talk to Tanya, or if you notice that their interview script is awful, or they're just relying only on surveys, or they're just not understanding how to validate their assumptions, just send them back to me and I'll help them, right? But it's all here for you if you do want to grab it. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, then, one other thing I wanted to also make sure that we touched on that we didn't get a chance was those first Mondays too. And since I have Jonah here, Jonah, the mentors are invited to the first Mondays as well. Is this okay? We keep doing that?
Yeah, please keep coming. It's awesome.
Okay, cool. So they've been sharing with us the invitations to the first. Do you want to tell? Actually, Jonah, do you want to tell that real quick?
Yeah, no worries. I can pop in. So yeah, first Monday. So basically, what we're doing is sort of a founder story. So we'll bring in a founder in San Diego or someone who's kind of grown a business and to kind of tell us a story of what they went through to kind of get through that process, and then talk a little bit further about that. But we really like that. It's someone from San Diego, someone who's kind of gone through some challenges, at least kind of talking through their story. And then we love having the rec students join, so they can kind of see that, it's not always rosy. I think a lot of times we see a lot of these huge evaluations and we see a lot of these big exits, but we really miss the middle piece, the challenge in between. And so we just kind of want to tell that story. So we do those every Monday, first Monday of the month. And then the second half is just networking with everybody. Actually, I'm still talking to Aaron from the Rec Innovation Lab. Now, actually, we meet weekly just because we ran into each other on first Monday. So definitely worth dropping in. But there's a code that you can share, Tanya, so anyone can you guys can pop in. It's like $5, but please just use the code to join us.
Yeah, we send it out every week before it's time to go on there. So I feel like that's kind of a perk of being a mentor, is having another networking opportunity to meet with other mentors. I don't know.
Yeah, please do. And if you meet anyone, or if you have any sort of interest in Startup Month that's coming up, and you want to speak or you want to be part of a panel or something like that, we can try to line that up. I can help you do that too.
Cool. How should they reach out to you? Just over email, or is there?
Yeah, shoot me an email. Here, I'll just drop it in here. But we'll be reaching out to folks in the community. Startupsd.org. Feel free if there's something you feel compelled to talk about or want to share as far as your journey goes. We'd love to share that, and that's really just kind of everything startup San Diego, everything San Diego, and everything kind of innovation here that's going on and growing. And
I love startup. I love startup week, month. Let's do a startup year right now.
Yeah, well, we're trying.
Oh, yeah, very cool. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. It's nice too. If you haven't thought about putting something together for this, you could put something together for this and then use it for some other things. There's always things going on, but I feel like this is the quintessential sort of a startup event every year. So yeah. Oh yeah, is it gonna be virtual this year, or is it gonna still be
So we'll plan to be virtual, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to have sort of these sort of unofficial meetups at breweries or bars, or like, there's one that's actually, we're working on a few, but one will just be kind of like the marketers meetup, and that'll be at Stone Brewing. And anybody who's wanting, trying to get in there, less official, but more of a, let's get out there. I think we're all itching for happy hour. So please, come join us in person.
And that's a good way to handle it. We were trying to figure out how to do on our end. So I like that.
Yes, feel free to take it. We'll help coordinate one, and maybe there's an innovation one or a new business or something we could work out with you guys. We'll team up.
Yeah, let's definitely do that. We'll definitely put that on the agenda of things to do. Good. Okay, one other thing that we have coming up that is another event is the Mentor Mixer. Yeah.
Sorry, did you guys give the code for the mentors, or is that just for?
We generate it the Monday. We usually get it a couple days before, and we send it out a couple days before. So it's different every month. Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right. Thanks.
Yeah. So Angela, will you share them about our upcoming event, the Mentor Mixer? Yeah.
Mentor Mixer. Here we go. Had it up.
Yeah, so this is what she's pulling up here is the Mentor Mixer coming up. We also have a little networking event that we're doing, and it's to get all of you, if you're not hooked up with any of the startup teams, and maybe you don't have a dedicated or you're not a dedicated mentor and you might want to be, or just want to meet some more of them. It's coming up very soon. So Angela, I'll let you talk about it.
Here we go. So yeah, we're going to be, it's going to be really fun, and it's not pulling up. I apologize. All right, I'll just have to share you guys the link to our Eventbrite. But ultimately, the Mentor Mixer is going to be on Wednesday, July 14th at 6 p.m. and we're actually going to use a dating app called Filter Off. And we just had this opportunity to use this platform, and it's going to be great because we're going to meet in the main room and for about 10 minutes to give everyone a quick overview of what we're going to be doing. Then we're going to go over to Filter Off, and it's going to be like 3 minutes, I think, and it'll give you 3 minutes to talk to an individual, and then it will switch you to someone else. And I think it'll go through a cycle of 6 to 10 people. And it's a great opportunity to meet our current student founders, our new student founders, and other potential mentors. It's our first time using this platform, but we're really looking forward to it. And we're hoping to get you guys connected to our community. And yeah, hopefully it'll be a good time. Did I miss anything, Tanya?
So what's the average, you know, I see there's about 30 something different companies and student teams on the Google sheet. Like how much time a month per team? I mean, if I wanted to help three student teams out, is that going to be like 30 hours? Because I couldn't do that, right? Is it 2 hours? Okay, well then, yeah, I probably could. I'm just curious if there's any kind of average or what a normal mentor does in terms of the team.
Yeah. So in the mentor manual, which we are going to get to shortly, basically we kind of, you know, we have most of our teams meet with their mentors every other week. So it's about 2 hours a month of meeting, and you can do that during the Wednesday lab time too if you wanted to meet with them. And thank you so much for pulling that up. And so basically during that time you can meet with them. You can book it through Calendly, which will be showing on the Rec Connect platform. I think Lena and Tanya already talked about that a little bit, but yeah, so it's about 2-3 hours a month per team.
Oh, thanks.
So, and you know, it depends on how often. So the minimum would be 2 hours per team per month.
Maybe one of the other mentors could also speak to that. Yeah.
Good suggestion. Anyone else? Rose or I can't see my screen here. Sorry about that. And also we have subject expert mentors. So you have a primary mentor, which would be the person you meet like every other week for an hour. And then your subject expert mentor. So like if they had a question for Rose on a contract, or if they had a question for Vivek on, you know, what would be the best web platform. So it would be something more specific in niche to a specific question or a problem that they're trying to solve. So, and Jennifer, like I might go to you and ask you, hey, what's the best accounting software that I should use?
How do they know which kind of mentor they are? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, that's okay. It just, well, to the student or to the mentor?
Mentors, like how are they getting this figured out? Like, are you putting them together with people or yeah?
Well, we've been doing it individually on a case by case. So like if there's a good fit. So I know Steve Sivitz is Kiana's mentor and Kind Curbs. And yeah, so it's been kind of, you know, if they're looking for a mentor and they're looking for a particular subject area, we've been just connecting mentors specifically to a mentor. Or if we have a mentor that comes to us and says, hey, I'm looking for a team who would be a good fit.
So that's what you want them to do, I guess is what I'm asking you.
Oh, what you're asking is the process. We also have the Rec Connect platform where students might reach out to you through there. And so it's, you know, we're just trying to formalize and figure out the best system.
So do you want them to email you if they, is it the best?
Absolutely. If you guys want to send me an email, I believe you all have my email, but I'll put it in the chat. But if you want to, yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah, just connect with me and I can do that.
So for the mixer, is there a profile we should be filling out, or in addition to, I have the invitation, and I'm presuming there's a login link, but is there a profile that we need to fill out prior to the mixer that gives an indication who we are, what our background is, etc.?
Right. Yeah.
You know what? That's a great suggestion. I know we have
actually. I was going to say, Stephen had it set up so that they have to either be a mentor or a student right in there, and well, never mind. I'll let you talk.
Well,
actually, those details I'm a little out of the loop. So
okay.
With Stephen, yeah. But Stephen set up the profile or set up the platform for the Filter Off platform, and so Yeah.
I was just gonna say, so yeah, unfortunately he couldn't be here today.
Yeah.
I thought he had gotten you up to speed. So we'll make sure that you have the information on there. I believe it's going to be in the Calendly if it's not there already. And let me actually just check and see. If it isn't, we'll send it out to you.
Yeah.
Just double check. Oh.
He did do the Eventbrite, and I believe he did send out the calendar invite to all the mentors.
Okay, so in that calendar,
I do know. So
let me look. Okay, yeah. So in the calendar, oh, I'm not sharing my screen. So if you go to Angela, can you give them the link to the Eventbrite?
absolutely. Here.
Okay, so then I'm going to pull this up here. And once you get into the Eventbrite, you should see this virtual mentor mixer. And then here is the instructions on how to set up your profile. You'll basically go in there, you're going to create the profile. And since it's we're using a startup company and we're using it not the intended way, but we're doing what startups do, right? And so you're going to set yourself up as somebody who's interested in both, because you're not using it as a dating app. And this is, basically they're asking, do you want to talk to males or do you want to talk to females? And then when you set it up as I'm interested in both, it will give you 7 meetings and it'll give you 6 minutes per meeting to meet with the different founders. And so you'll want to set that all up beforehand. And yeah. And I'm going to send out these instructions just with a little bit clearer, a little bit more to the point. A little confusing.
I've been involved in something similar to this, and when you went to log in, even though you got the invitation, when you logged in, it said, "Oh, would you please mind filling out this, profile?"
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's why we'll definitely want to do that beforehand. So the mentor mixer is coming up in, oh gosh, it's right around the corner. It's already on the 14th. So we'll make sure to send that out sooner than later. And Stephen should be back on Monday next week. And so look early in the week for that email to be coming from him. Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for reminding me.
It's asking us to download it on our phones though. I mean, I'm not going to download a dating app on my phone.
Right. I know, like all of a sudden your partner's like, wait, what's going on? So yeah, I think that there's a way to do this without downloading the app. And that's one of the things that I'll have Stephen address in the email. We talked to them about this. Also, if you have any students who are under the age of 18, like the high school students, we're not inviting them to this. We don't need them going to a dating app. So yeah, it's just, no, I think it'll be fun. It'll be kind of unique, but it's, but there are some limitations because we're using it outside of the prescribed methodology. So. All right, awesome. Yeah, look for that email. We'll make sure that Stephen covers that too. So, all right, Angela, anything else that they need to know about the Mentor's Manual, the Calendly, RecConnect, any of these?
Absolutely. So right now I'm dropping in the chat some of the links to that will be useful for the mentor mixer, for the links to our workshops. We do 2 workshops every week on Tuesday and Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. Shout out to Steve Sivitz. He did a great workshop last night.
Except I can't tell time. I can't tell time.
I haven't watched it yet.
It was awesome. And Crystal and I are messaging back, oh my gosh, he's talking about the assignment you're working on. And it was really cool. Was he on Zoom when we were talking? It was really cool.
Sorry about blowing up the clock though, but
hey, anyway. You were so good. I hated to have to cut you off. If we hadn't had class, I would have just let you keep going. But no, it was really interactive. He made it something that could be dry and very interesting. So thank you. So, and then I put in our Rec Innovation Lab website in the chat as well. And let me share with you the Mentor Protégé manual and the chat. And that way you guys can take a look at this, and I will share my screen in just a second. So
yeah, so I know there's a lot, everybody, to cover in here, but I figure, if you want to just help, it's almost enough just being like, I'm here to help you, right? You show up on Wednesdays, help. It's a lot. Yeah, go ahead, Angela.
Definitely. Okay, so here we have the Mentor Protégé manual, and it goes through and defines what a primary mentor is and a domain expert mentor is, and goes through and defines, what's expected from the student and from the mentor. We also have information as, to the Rec Connect platform, which is our networking platform that it's free and it's a great place to find out more about our student founders, about their startups. It's also connected to other startup incubators. I know UC Berkeley's on there and some other schools. And so I think there's like 5,000 people on their network that you have access to when you sign up to this.
So if everybody to get to this, you put the link in the chat, is it right?
Oh, I thought I did, yes. Let me.
Okay, no, it looks like it's there. It's there. I just clicked on the wrong one at first. So all of you, if there's some things that need to be done in there, so definitely go in there, download it. We'll put it in the email also, but yeah.
Okay. So, and for example, like here, I'll just really promise I'll make this super quick. So this is the Rec Connect platform. This is my profile. And I'll just show you really quick. Rose, is it okay if I use an example?
We're doing it.
Oh, totally fine.
Thank you. Okay. So this shows you there's over 5,000 people in the results for people who are signed up on this platform. If you click on Rec Innovation Lab only, it narrows it down to 189 results. So if you want to just be able to check out our student founders and other mentors and presenters, and then I'll just put Rose in here and it pulls Rose up. And I really appreciate you, Rose, for filling this out. She's done some amazing work here. She has her profile set up, and right underneath her profile picture is the book a meeting. So if you click on that, it goes to a platform called Calendly, and it's a scheduling platform that connects with your personal inbox or your calendar with either, and it's really cool and it's free. And so here she has it set up where students can book a meeting through the rec for her, and she has set aside, Fridays at this time. And so I can click here and I can book a calendar invite with her. And that way, this is actually to help save time for you guys. So you're not going back and forth with your student founders on how, hey, is Friday good? No, Monday is better. Is 2 o'clock? This cuts all that out. So we're going to ask all of our, well, we have, and we'll continue to ask all of our mentors to sign up for Calendly, and then to update it on the Rec Connect platform. And it will put it in a link right here for you when you're putting in your profile. There's actually a spot. And if you guys have any questions, I can help you with that. So
yeah, Angela. So my assistant does all my scheduling. I've tried something automatic. She's been with me 5 years. She's awesome. How would you suggest, do I put her email? If you want to schedule with Jennifer, put her email.
Have her, so you actually have her set up that Calendly just for the time that you want to meet with it, and then it can copy her. And I did the same thing. I don't love these automatic things in general, but the only reason that we ask that she actually does use that Calendly is so that I can use it to get the data, and actually be able to add that to our evidence. If you finally are doing this with her and it absolutely is not working, and you just want it to have her, reach out to her and set it up that way, then afterwards you'd have to report the meeting times to me so that I could manually input them, or not me.
Yeah, I would just get a concern that my schedule fluctuates so much, so she'd have to go in there and update it all the time.
No. That's the cool thing about Calendly is any change that's made in there, it automatically links to that, and it'll just take it off the time. So I have 7 calendars all connected there, and it just like if somebody were to book something with me and I put it on the calendar, then it just blocks that time and it doesn't allow the students to book it then,
Okay. Yeah. All right.
It's actually pretty cool. Yeah. If it doesn't work though, just I don't care. Just tell us and we'll do it manually. It's okay.
Okay.
Definitely.
And then all these instructions are in there. It's all going to go in an email. Angela also has made a very detailed step-by-step guide in a video telling you how to log into all of this, how to get to everything. And so we'll send an email to everybody after after our meeting today with all of that. But if it's stuck, you reach out.
Totally. So, and we do have, I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but we have the recinnovationlab.com. We have our own website. Yay. And it has right here our startups. It has join the rec. So if you know anyone who's interested in joining the rec, and it also has a list of our resources that we provide our student founders. So And then
But
Tanya,
there's nothing.
that my computer just froze.
It's all right, don't worry about it. We'll send it in, excuse me, we'll send them in an email. Oh, unless you wanted to, it was the workshops that you wanted to make sure if anybody's interested in doing a workshop?
Yeah, if anyone wants to do a workshop in the fall, we are scheduling workshops, and we so appreciate it. It's been great. Our students have learned so much, and it's a great time for us to be able to show, share our mentors with our community. Also, we make them promotional materials. We share it on social media, so it gives you content to share on your personal page too. So,
Thank you.
and I have just a quick, we've been in the news so much lately. Our students have been winning pitch competitions. Our Oikitech got like second place in the MasterCard Challenge, which was not just high school students, it was everyone, adults and everyone. Raj at Off Grid Technology got an NSF grant for how much, Tanya? Like 125,000?
120, he got it.
Yeah, and just so much. Let me see here. Till was in the LA Times, so it's been really cool. And Tanya's been doing great things and has won some awards, which has been awesome. She got Woman of the Year, and let's see here. And it's been really cool. And let's see here.
Well said. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Yeah, any questions, definitely ask them. We know we have just a couple minutes left together, so please shout them
I
out.
wanted to share one thing. Thank you, Jennifer. So we're doing this new Rec Innovation Appreciation Award, and I just wanted to do a shout out to Jennifer Barnes and Ryan Bancher. And in the lower left-hand corner was, this is kind of the idea behind and what we started with for our digital badging program, and so for mentorship. So this is what Lena was talking about, and so you'll be seeing.
I know a lot of people are in the pipeline. Yeah.
Totally, and Enzo is actually running this program, and a lot of all of these people who were nominated by people connected to the rec. So we just want to say thank you, and you'll be seeing more of these on social media and LinkedIn. So
thanks, Angela. So Rose, you had a question?
I did, and I actually so it's okay for mentors to be mentoring at other accelerators, right?
Heck, yes, it is. Of course.
Because,
no. Yes, please.
Because drum roll, I recently got selected to be a Techstars mentor.
Yay.
So yeah, and they focus on, so remember how you're saying you focus on pre-seed and early, I mean, they're focused a little bit further along. So I think it's gonna be an amazing opportunity to have that connection with them. I'm really excited. And I'm also mentoring, as you know, some companies at Skydeck, UC Berkeley. So I want to make sure that, please call upon me to have these collaborations. If you ever need to reach out to some of these other places, I'm here for that.
Thank you. It's all about collaboration, not competition. We're in this ecosystem together. We're not competing with each other. We're all helping each other, and we're all growing simultaneously. And I love that. Yeah, that's awesome. So yes, we'll send everything out to all of you. Any other questions before?
Yeah.
I feel like I stole so much of your time, but yeah.
I was going to fire off a quick one. I know Angela mentioned this, but I was just trying to get some more details on that platform, on the rec platform. So who else is all in that? Because I know this, obviously Rec Innovation Lab, but I just saw there's a lot of other names there. So I was wondering what's the reach there? Who else is on that?
Go ahead, Angela. Oh, sorry. She's talking about the RecConnect platform.
Yeah. Sorry about the RecConnect platform. Yeah.
I've seen people from UC Berkeley. I've seen people from UC Riverside, I think, maybe.
There's a lot of different schools. It has to do with who signed up for it. And it came out of Berkeley. I mean, the harness started out of Berkeley, and then we were the first incubator that ever worked with them to build a platform on here. And now they have so many. They're actually worldwide now. Let's see here. I was thinking, how do we get to the main one? But yeah, you can look up so many different schools and things like this. Yeah. Go ahead. What do you say? Yeah, this is where I was looking. See, these are all the schools that are attached.
Yeah, Miami University, California.
We're on the D's.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
So there's a lot. Harvard, I know, is talking to people there, and yeah. There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot.
So. And I was curious if it was other universities or other incubators that were on there.
Both.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, yeah. But if you want to just be talking to the rec people, you can, and you just have to select one of our closed channels, like the rec,
Oh, okay.
like rec tech or rec community, right? And then it's just rec. It's just rec. Right?
Mhm.
You can see right here, like this one only has 19 people in it. Here's a founder relations, 7 people in this channel. Yeah, because you can set these up. Cool.
Yeah.
So cool. Any other questions? Any other questions? Hey, Julius.
Awesome.
I didn't mean to mute myself there. Well, then thank you all for everything. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being mentors. Thank you for just being the amazing human beings that you are. And I just look forward to seeing you for the next thing. We'll send out an email here shortly with, hopefully we get everything. If we miss something, just let us know and we'll fix it. So cool. Bye, everybody. Thanks. Have a good one. And thanks, Angela, for setting this all up. All right. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.